I'm not really clickbaiting this title. It is like kind of true. Like everyone should be able to do this, even if you're in a rut. I've been a rut for over weeks. That's why my content haven't been consistent. And the reason why my content is kind of like, oh yeah, your content is kind of better than most people anyways, is because of years of experience. I have improved my speaking skills to a pretty high degree, in my opinion. But yeah, I haven't really been consistent. You might see daily uploads from me, but it's because I have insane work rate. But consistency is a problem. And I believe what I've finally found is the solution to this. My last video has talked about this. If you're in a rut, please watch those videos. A 40-minute educational video, zero edits, where I share everything that worked for me to get out of the rut I was in. This is the 8th, 9th video today. I don't know how many, but a lot of videos, more than a week's worth of content. One day, this will probably be the last, or maybe I get an idea. Maybe another video, because I'm addicted to recording these videos. But let's get right into it. The evening routine is something that's important. I thought this was a. It's like, oh yeah, of course. Like I've watched Huberman podcast. I know that you should get sunlight. You should have like no lights and eat. You should relax and eat. Get you to sleep. You should have a cold room. You should have mouth tape. And yes, sure, I used all those things. I sleep with mouth tape. I have a white noise, a fan that's blowing, and I have an open window to have a cold room. I sleep on the floor, damn it. I don't drink and eat before bed. The list goes on. But I'm gonna specifically tell you an evening routine besides those things, because you probably know about them all. And in the future, I'll probably make a full sleep guide video on what actually helped me to sleep better. But for now, I will tell you this specific thing, because this is a bit of a shorter video. So, an evening routine that even subhumans can do. This routine is so powerful that even if you're dopamine addicted, even if you have day 2 nofap or day 1 of nofap, this will probably even work for you. And changing the environment, yeah, sure, it's good. When I'm trying to work, I'm not working. Do you think I'm working in bed, bro? I'll be fapping them. Okay. The routine is get outside of your house. This is not specifically, but okay, get outside of your house and then be home 2 hours before bed. So my bedtime is 7 p.m. I'm home at like 5:30. So my evening routine starts when I get home. I wake up 4 a.m., I work to 9 or 8, and then I go to school, and after school I go to gym, and then I do this evening routine. I go home because I have school to like 3. I go to gym and it's done 4:30, and then I home at 5:30. It takes almost an hour for me to take the bike, but the bus takes an hour as well, so it's the same time, plus I get extra sunlight, extra exercise, and I am in a flow state while I'm biking. And I also get warm up in my exercise. I don't really warm up, and I get, they say after exercise you should do a little bit of cardio. I get that by biking, so I get everything I need after the gym. Like it's like everything fixes itself if I just bike. It's like bike is the best habit. I love it. I will all almost every single day bike has changed my life. And I'm definitely gonna buy a new bike if my bike breaks. It's definitely worth that. I'm not buying a car, I'm buying another bike if my bike breaks. But this is a routine that even subhumans should do, because if you're a subhuman, you're alone. I know you. You watch 4K 60 FPS anime openings with the highest volume. You have like a speaker. You're like annoying the fuck out of your dad. Your dad's providing for the family, and you have the highest music. I know what you're doing, bro. Then you have your Steam library. You go searching for games for like 2 hours. Eventually, there's something you click play on, and then you play for an hour, and then you're like bored again, and then oh whoops, it's already 10 p.m., it's already past your bedtime, or it's like at bedtime, and then you're stimulated, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta eat dinner, oh yeah, yeah, this, oh I have test in 3 days. You have all these thoughts. You know what you should do instead? You should wake up early, get your business work done, so you have no thoughts of business. Of course, it is good to have, oh, a video idea, then I write it down. As I go about my day, if I get video ideas, I write them down. Definitely, I'm not saying that. It is amazing to get ideas that's actually aligned to business. Oh, idea, how can I beat this boss today? Yo, 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 in the video game, whatever. Or, oh yeah, I'm gonna try a new genre. I'm gonna try a new niche genre in your, I don't know, your corn hub, or your movie. Let's try a new genre, bro. So I'm gonna try romance, bro. Whatever shit you're doing. Ugh. So I get my work done in the morning. I feel proper good and happy filled having done that. Then I have to go to school. Okay, I do it. And after school, I go to gym because I want some exercise. And then I have bike, 2 miles of bike, 1 mile to the gym, and then 1 mile back. So 2 miles of bike, and then about 1.5 hours of sunlight every day, and then about an hour of gym. So I get proper good exercise every day. That every single day. And then if I end school very early, like at 12 or 1 or 2, then I can spend an hour or two at the library, because at 4 p.m. that's when I go home. It takes about 50-40 minutes to take the bike home, so it's about 5:20. Then my bedtime is 7, so I spend those. Maybe I spend half an hour making food for tomorrow lunch, but I don't even eat every day, so it's every other day. And when that's done, I have like an hour, 1.5, about 1.5 hour, where I put on the most peaceful music I have, and this is the solo dating night, I call it. So I put on. I heard someone told me this, and they say, "Oh, this is the solo dating night," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a cool word. Whatever, I'll use that." The title though is an even routine that even subhumans. So if I say a solo date night that even subhumans can do, we'll get the wrong idea. So that's fine. You do a solo date night. You put your speaker on. Maybe I put it on this chair, or maybe I put it on the floor. Or if I forget to charge the speaker, then I have my phone, and then I put my relaxing Skyrim tavern music specifically for me. Fortunately, that have not led me to the game and Skyrim just yet. We'll see in the future, but you need a relaxing music to get you into the flow. Because after school, after work, after gym, it's 2-3 hours before your bedtime, and even if it isn't, I can't record a video. I physically can, but then my video quality will be bad, and I will feel bad in a way. Like I won't feel good. So I'm like, okay, the hours after school, the hours I'm home, I'm just idle. It's just cancer time. It's just idle time, free time that I'm not using effectively. Might as well wake up. Let's say I have 5 hours after school, I'm just idle. Then I remove 3 of them and put them in the morning. So I wake up, instead of waking up 7 a.m. and going to sleep at 10, I go to sleep at 7 and wake up 4. So I moved 3 hours that way. You know what I mean? So 4 a.m. Now I have a lot of work done before school, or even getting out of the house. And you're like, oh, but you just said that if you're in the house, you're in a goblin mode, you're in a Jeffrey mode. But in the morning, I found out that I was productive. In the morning, I can work. But now I woke up 4 a.m. It is 8 a.m. in 9 minutes. So this is about the time my Jeffrey Baines comes on. Maybe it's around 9. So about an hour or so. But this is the 8th 9 video. I feel satisfied. I'll probably go into the next stage, which is, instead of staying at home, I'll probably get to the gym, do a gym even before school. Right? I can do that. And then I can read at the library, because my school starts at 12, so it starts in 4 hours. So I have about 1.5 hour at the library, if I'm correct. My time calculations are correct. And so when I, let's say, when I'm not recording, because you could be like this, oh, I wake up 4 a.m., it's weekend. I record to 9, I'm 5 hours straight, which is hard to do. I actually managed to do 4 hours now. It's even my 8th video, I think. Maybe 9th. Crazy. You just spend your time, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read. But you're not really. You're shallow working. You're changing tabs. You're gonna you watch this video right now, but you're supposed to read, aren't you? Or you watch this video, you're supposed to record, aren't you? Or you watch this video because you tried my 4 a.m. routine, aren't you? You watch this because you hate your life, aren't you? You watch this because you wanna have a good sleep, even though you're a subhuman, aren't you? I'm sorry for that, man. Going on a tangent there. The, like if you're subhuman or you feel like you feel bad in any way, like having that morning routine of getting that work done before school or whatever, you feel kind of good. Like even if you're in school, you feel like, oh, got my done a week's worth of content. You can relax a little, so your cortisol won't be maximum. You won't feel like stress won't be that high all day. You won't be in fight or flight the whole day. That's a very. And you might ask me, but how do I stay consistent 4 a.m.? I will make in the future a sleep guide. I will definitely. So I think I've improved sleep lately even more than before. I've never been as good at sleeping before, I think. Because it is powerful. I've never ever been able to wake up at the time I set my clock at the first day. 4 a.m. 4:30 I woke up today. And I woke up even before the alarm. That's never happened. I've never been able to wake up naturally at 4. Never ever. So I'm definitely out for that maybe. But this evening routine was the biggest part of this. Because I did all the, white noise, having a fan, having blackout curtain, having a black room, having open window. Not when I sleep, but a couple of hours before bed, maybe 1 hour before bed, so I get the cold room. It's cold. I I have the fan, have my mouth tape. I don't eat or sleep many hours before bed. I will tell you all the hacks of meal timing and all that shit, even if you're on carnivore. So it will be an extremely valuable sleep guide. Probably the most valuable on the YouTube. Probably. I'm thinking of doing that. It's probably gonna be a couple of hours, man. Holy shit. It's gonna be the best on YouTube. Be better than you, my lab podcast. Yeah, but having that relaxing music, it can be from whatever game, it can be, I don't know, from whatever show, it can be whatever. But I do think it's worse to have a music from a show or a video game. I am not as addicted to video games as some people. I am more addicted to if I have an anime. No, they're not relaxing at all. But let's say anime soundtrack or whatever, I tend to go back to the habit. But if let's say you're not as addicted to video games like as me, I play video games like once in 2 years or 1 year, not very addicted. Then a song from, and not even a song, not even lyrics, like it's very relaxing. It's like it's extremely relaxing. It is tavern music in Skyrim. Very relaxing. I put that on and I put my head on the pillow, do some journaling. First I do my gratitude journaling. Being in that negativity doesn't help anyone. You literally, it is true. You literally create anxiety and depression by negative thoughts, by judgment, by shame, all that, all those thoughts. Remove them. You're like, oh, but negativity, shame drives growth. I don't believe that. People say, oh, there pain. I think pain can drive success. Definitely, you're not in the position you want to be. Of course, you will work. Because if you're exactly where you want to be, well, should that's not most people, right? But a shame, of beating yourself up. Oh, you idiot! You shouldn't have. Now you have to do double the exercise volume because you're fat. You know, that doesn't work. Beating yourself up because you messed up or something never worked for anyone. So evening routine that even subhumans can do. I know that it's impossible for you to stare at the wall because you're literally fapping 5 times a day. So getting in bed, bro. Nothing. Not even have your phone. You just put on a speaker with the most relaxing music you know. The most relaxing music that I still like. That is like, oh, it's relaxing, it's peaceful, it's wholesome. That for me is tavern music. Skyrim. Specifically tavern music in Skyrim. I have that now and I feel fucking amazing. Maybe it'll change in the future, but that's what I have now and I feel amazing with. Audiobook. For some it works, for me I get like fucking hype. I literally better like, oh my god, this is the best audiobook ever because I have some I really love. I'm not doing that. Using this relaxing tavern music instead because it gets me in the mood better than audiobooks, and audiobooks gets me addicted because I'm telling you right now, I tried that and then I ended up binging a whole audiobook series, like 9 books. It took me like 50-60 hours to complete. It took me 2 weeks, bro. That didn't work for me. So you should be able to do this. And I think the reason why it works so well is because in a way it gives you stimulation, but not the worst kind, because you want dopamine. You're coming home from home. You're coming from school. You're going home from school. You're going home from the gym. You're like having massive craving. And so it's like it's easier. Like if you just stare at the wall, that's impossible when you're in that state. You're trying to breathe deeply, but you have this. It's like taking over your mind. It's like someone is puppeteering your mind. Then I just put on some music, and that music ain't even opening stimulating. It's just relaxing tavern music. Have some piano. It's like for thousands of years we have had piano and stuff. It's like it's the best of the worst habits. I wouldn't even honestly. You think that's a cope, but I wouldn't even call relaxing Skyrim tavern music. That's Elder Scrolls game. Probably everyone knows about Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, but it's just doom 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 doom, very chill piano. That's all, and it's not even that high volume. That's all. And I do that while journaling, getting my all my thoughts down on the paper. It's like I'm transferring my thoughts down on the paper. Now I go to bed. Now I can go to bed, sleeping deeply and fully. I spend as little time as possible at home as possible because at 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. Until 4 p.m. I'm not home. So I could have went home directly after gym, but then I would have another hour at home or 2 hours at home. And those 2 hours would be a relapsing time. I know this. I know myself good enough. I know that. And so when I get home, it is relaxing time, nothing else. Nothing else. And that makes it so simple. Oh, I gotta read now, I gotta do this now, I gotta do this now. No, when I'm going home, that is when I sleep. Nothing else. It's like my home is my bed now. And I sleep on the floor, bro. Literally, my home is my bed. That strategy was worked for me, and that's, mind you, in a rut. I was in a rut like days ago, so this fucking worked for even subhumans who go day on course. Works for them probably. This is the best thing that actually worked for me. Try it out yourself. Bye.